we have the Civ Lord of all Civ Lords back here. But to get this thing going today, Comic-Con Holland, make some noise. We need to get the host with the most out here. Make some noise for Haarlem!
Welcome. Take care of your voices. I sure have to take care of mine sometimes. A big and important Imperial moment. There's so many people. I feel the love among you. There's love. You like each other as well, I guess. Yeah, you do. See, there's headshot. Yeah, we're happy to be here. And that's good. Because now the sun is shining and the mood's mighty bright. But first, we have to dim the lights somewhat. And we will ask the Imperial Guard, I guess, to take place and to engulf you all in the dark side. Yeah, straight from the Star Wars fandom, Darth Vader! I'll bring my papers later. I have to get my files in order. Do you feel it? Where is happiness when oppression rules? Where are your little smiles now? You hide them away. You feel them bubbling up. You want to scream out in enthusiasm because the person who is going to come on this stage will pull out all that energy out of you. Perhaps even redirect it back. Gather up all your forces. You creatures of Comic-Con Holland. Give me a rumble with your feet. Give me a rumble with your feet, for here he is, the Emperor, Mcdiarmid! It's a very bouncy
it's good. Very good. It doesn't swivel though, does it?
If only Thrones were made this way, it would be a very different movie. I'm very impressive and oppressive. I'm just having fun.
A bouncing emperor. It's a good idea.
Next in the galaxy, the bouncing empire.
Yep, it's coming up.
Just hoppity balls. Welcome. Great to have you here.
Good to see you.
Excellent.
Everybody.
Yeah, and they're all apparently in good health, as are you, as are the people behind us. Well, they're scary, I know.
Just joking, I know.
These good people have amassed huge amounts of questions. Would you be ready to try to answer them?
Oh yes, I'm always up for a huge amount of questions.
A huge amount. I'm going to jump into the audience, and then people can already dance. Oh, you know how it works. Excellent. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to...
Careful.
Here I go!
Oh, yeah.
Into the pits. Wonderful. Let's get to you and then we'll see how far we can get.
So, I want to ask you, how does it feel to be the most evil and manipulated guy in the whole Star Wars galaxy?
Great.
Alright, next question.
If I want to do a great impression of Palpatine, what would be your tips?
First of all, don't do it. And second of all, make sure you get your voice right down into your chest. And if you don't do that, you can damage your throat. But it's very important it comes from way down. I mean, you can maybe go a bit further, down to the abdomen.
How does your abdomen sound?
But, see. Yes, work on it. It'll be fine.
We'll get there.
Hi Ian,
Hello, there you are. Yes, hello.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Which planet do you find more cool? Mustafar or Exegol?
It's a difficult one, man, isn't it, really? I'll take the unexpected choice, which I think is probably Mustafar. Okay. Good question.
Do you know why? Not to get too specific.
No.
No. Yes, but it is the coolest planet.
It is.
Hi, good morning, Ian.
Hello.
What's your favorite Star Wars line?
Do it. You love that, don't you? That happened just by accident, you know. We'd done that scene about 300 times, you know, the way you usually do, and I was getting a little impatient. So, when Hayden, who's around here somewhere, was hesitating, I just went, oh, do it. And George went, that's the one. So, a little bit of casual boredom made history, which is sometimes happens in the movies.
It does. It does. And I'm going back further to your left, Ian.
Hello. Yes.
Hello there.
Hi.
If you had your original character, do you think it would be on the light side or the dark side?
What was the beginning of that question? Sorry.
So if you had your own character.
My own character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm a really nice guy. Once you get to know me, so I would be on the light side, but you know, if it was a bad day like everybody else, I could get a little darker.
Crankiness leads to the dark side.
Yes.
They say.
And they do.
Hi, first of all,
Hello.
really nice to see you here.
Nice to see you.
I love you so much.
Yeah, oh, that's very kind of you.
And
Control yourself.
I have a question from a plot point of view, from an argument point of view. How do you feel that Palpatine returns in the sequel? From a plot point of view.
How do I feel that he...
He's alive again.
Oh yes. He's hard to kill. But I think they finally got him in the last movie, which I happen to be wearing today, as you can probably see. The final episode, episode 9. They give you these for nothing. It's a great world, the Star Wars world. All the cast and crew get one of these. And it's one of my favorite garments, because it's really warm when it's really cold. That's a happy memory too. Hello.
Here we go.
There we go.
Hi, nice to meet you. Do you still keep in touch with any of the Star Wars actors that you...
Yes, I wouldn't dream of speaking to Hayden Christensen, of course. Yes, we do. I mean, we tend to meet a lot on the circuits like this. Joking about him, of course, because he's great. And I bumped into Ewan McGregor not so long ago because he was in a play in the West End of London. And it was called My Master Builder, and he was terrific. He's very good on stage. And of course, you know, we're Scots from way back, and we Scots tend to keep in touch.
I'm all the way in the back here.
Oh yes, there you are.
Yes.
Be careful. Yes.
So, I as Kylo Ren did not like it when you tried to kill me and Rey.
Yes.
Did not like it.
No, it's complicated, isn't it? I mean, I knew I was pretty evil, but to be an evil grandpa was something I wasn't quite expecting on the last movie. And I didn't want any questions about how she came into the world. Thank you very much. But nowadays we know, don't we? Because it was probably something to do with AI.
Well, hello. Thanks you a lot for everything you did for us. The best opportunity for dreaming and wondering. And my question is, did the Palpatine control Jar Jar Binks?
Did he control Jar Jar Binks?
If only. No, nobody controlled Jar Jar Binks. And nobody could control the wonderful Ahmed Best who played him, really. Yes, he had late recognition, but he should have been recognized earlier. He's a wonderful actor, a wonderful guy. And of course, we had the great thing that Jar Jar did, and of course he was much better and much funnier. In fact, he reminded me very much of Jerry Lewis in his caper. And I know that was the first digitally created character, so it was important from that point of view. But I'd have loved it if it had just been Ahmed and his own face and his own personality. However, it was great that you guys, those of you who came to the films a little later than other people, recognized him. And now he's celebrated and on the circuit, and I'm very pleased about that.
And straight in front of you.
Yes,
a yellow jumper.
Very good.
Hello.
Hi.
What was your real-life location to film Star Wars?
What was my...
Well, to film in, for Star Wars in real-life location.
I didn't quite get that. Could you Pablo, you get that for me?
What his real life location was?
Oh, my favorite location?
Yeah, your favorite filming location for Star Wars.
Oh yeah, well Australia, I suppose, you know, because it was nice and hot and friendly. But I didn't get to move around much. Most of my stuff was done in London. Either at the studios, which subsequently became the Harry Potter studios at Leavesden. We were there for Phantom Menace, and they were just building the studio as they were making the movie. And things were crashing around us, all around us. And the first assistant director, who, as you know, is in charge of things, said, whatever you do, don't stop. So, there were scaffolding poles falling to the floor, missing us by inches, and so on. But we carried on, regardless with our lines, because we're a valiant team. But Australia was fun, and that's where I spent most time doing the 25th anniversary year of Revenge of the Sith, which is my favorite movie for a lot of reasons. So it was nice there. And then when we did episode 9, when they decided I was still alive, I came back to the studios in London again with all the regular guys. And of course I was very much a man of mystery, and no one was allowed to know that I was there or I was in the movie. I think a few of the crew had a heart attack on the first day when I suddenly appeared on this great flying machine that they built for me so I could tower over everybody. But yes, these were the locations. Interesting enough, I only had one day in America, and that was San Francisco when we did a pickup on the last movie. That was nice too. That was at JJ's own studio, which is a small affair. So there were thousands of people in this tiny room, us doing little scenes with my head in the frame. But London is where most of those movies, that's where they all started, were made. And London's a great place to make movies. I'd like to point that out to a certain American president. We have a very strong tradition in Europe of doing the best for Americans, and I hope that can continue.
Hi Ian.
Hello.
I have no question. I think I can speak for our country. I just want to thank you for all the joy you've given us over all these years. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, benevolent.
Could you do the laugh for us?
The laugh, I might do something at the end if you behave yourself.
Behave. Behave as it behooves. Yes.
If you had to choose between stormtroopers and royal guards standing next to you when you're the emperor, which one would you choose?
Red guards, they're more colourful.
Very true.
We don't have any today, that's serious. Who's next?
Hi.
Hey, what?
You've kind of alluded to it before, but I was wondering how you think AI threatens the future of filmmaking.
Well, it doesn't feel good. I mean, nobody really knows. And they've created this actress AI, as you've probably been reading about, and they're all very upset about that, behaving as if she's a real person. She'll be doing interviews, she'll probably be turning up occasions, like this. What will she look like? Certainly, she won't be in the flesh. It is very worrying because, well, at the moment there are no set rules, but that's sort of true of most of the internet or most of the computerized generated images, aren't they? But there are a lot lots of nice memes that I like, versions of me and see all over the place. I think that's good. But I have to reiterate, there is only really one emperor, and you're seeing him today. I'll just pinch myself to make sure I'm real. Oh, yes, I'm real.
That's what a robot would do.
Oh, yes. Oh, you're so clever.
That's what you think you
Well,
are.
that's yes. You know, we won't go on about it.
No, we won't.
Who's next?
Hello, I
Hi.
have one friend for you.
Yeah, very well.
How where is your granddaughter? Do you have a son or something like this?
Where is my granddaughter? Do I have a son? These are very personal questions. Well, I had a granddaughter. I know because she killed me. I mean, honestly, yes, you want to be careful with your grandchildren. Son, well, I don't know, maybe it's episodes 10, 11, 12, and 13 will sort that out. But the thing about, it's more a question for Hayden really, how was he generated? And we used to be asked that question in the old days, and we did our very best not to get into it. There was talk of something like midi-chlorians, but I suppose instead of midi-chlorians, you would now think about computer generation. Although it seems to me, as far as Anakin was concerned, he was a real human being, no question about that. He was a real human being who could have done so much that was good instead of doing so much that was bad.
Oh, the potential.
Hi. So we've seen you in quite a few costumes, a lot of them with a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
Well, I had a great costume designer, Trisha Bigger, who is also from Scotland. And every day a sort of new one would appear. Because George said the thing about Palpatine when he's, a big chancellor and senator, he always has to look his best, so he has a whole series of impressive looking costumes. So I benefited from that. And it was quite a thrill because on the first day that I was involved in Star Wars, when I became an emperor, I was expecting that I might, have a magnificent costume. A bit like Chinese emperor, these wonderful, colourful garments that they wear. And then this black sort of dressing gown with a hood appeared. What I'm wearing today, can't seem to get it off my skin. And I thought, well, that's very disappointing. An emperor shouldn't look like that. But of course, I was completely wrong. It was a genius costume. It enabled him to sort of dissolve into darkness, and also for the face to be highlighted. And as many of you will know, that on our first meeting, George said as I was leaving the room, having been pleased to meet him, but thankful, I don't know why he wanted to see me because they didn't say anything. And he used the immortal phrase, "Great nose." To this day, I think that's why I got the part. He hates it when I say that. Because, of course, that nose, my nose, emerges beautifully from under the dark costume and lights very well. Very clever.
Right here.
Hello.
Hi. I have two questions. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. First off, what do you think Palpatine enjoys doing in his free time?
You hear that? Yeah. Okay. Well, he reads books quietly. He watches films. Won't say what kind of films. And by and large, he just rehearses evil. That's all he's interested in. There are some people who like that. That's all they do. They eat, they sleep, they might have a hamburger, and they rehearse. What's your second question?
The second question is for you. What was the most enjoyable scene to film out of all your Star Wars journey?
Yes, the most enjoyable scene, and I'm not just saying that because he's right the corner, was the scene in the opera, in Revenge of the Sith. Yes. When I finally get him to, almost finally get him to commit to the dark side. That was particularly thrilling because it was set in the theatre. And originally it was set in an office. And George said, no, we've had too many offices. Why don't we set this in an opera house? Anyway, and you like theatre, so, that's a good sort of link, and I was thrilled. And happened on the day, of course, was the set was 2 chairs, not unlike these, and nothing else. And a bank of people, the video village beyond and so on. So it was just the 2 of us, which was good in a way. And it was my part of the scene, when the cameras were on me, it was last thing on a Friday afternoon, when everyone, particularly in Australia, was looking forward to the weekend. And there was a party just about to happen for the first assistant director, his birthday. And in a room just around the corner, I could hear the sound of champagne corks getting ready. And this little gold person was there, sort of doing the honours. And then a lot of mobile phones went off. So it wasn't an aid to concentration, but interestingly enough, when you got to sort of work against it, you know, and we didn't even have time to rehearse the words, Aidan and I, it can somehow sharpen things. And we did about 20 takes, I think, and it went quite well. The only thing I was worried about that day was we had the previous scene in the face. It was actually the scene where he was changing into the monster. And I had a lot of dust in my throat because, I don't know if you know it, but they drive wind machines at you. 4 wind machines come towards you, which is fine, you know, keep the wig on. And it adds to the atmosphere. The only thing is, even though it's a very clean studio, these wind machines find dust from everywhere. So they blew most of the studio's dust down my throat. So when I started to see, I was sort of throaty, and I said to George, is that going to be a problem? He said, no, it sounds as if he's in transition. So there you are, from the Chancellor to the monster. But when I haven't seen that scene for a long time, but last time I saw it, I still think, well, I wish he cleared his throat.
Right here, just in front.
You said earlier you've watched a lot of memes. What's your favourite Star Wars meme?
It would be invidious, that's a good word, rhymes with Sidious, doesn't it? It would be invidious for me to pick one out, but there's so many that are really good, and I'm regularly surprised by them. And I thought to begin with that George wouldn't like that, you know, the character being sent up, but not a bit of it. He thought that was all part of the package, all part of the enjoyment of the Star Wars movies, that you should be able to have these fun things alongside, and I agree with that.
Right here.
Hello.
Hi, Ian. Hi. It's actually 2 things. I would like to say something and ask something.
Okay.
So the first thing I want to say is I saw you for the first time a few years ago in London.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say thank you because I was able to shake your hand and you did the voice and you said welcome to the dark side, and you just gave me so much joy that day just by doing that, so thank you.
That doesn't sound like me at all. You sure it wasn't AI?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay, thank you for saying that.
And then I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about, and do you notice the difference of how the Star Wars 2 and 3 is received now than when it came out?
Yes, George always said that people will inevitably make comparisons with the prequels and the original films, the middle 3. And probably they'll say they're not as good as, etc., etc. And that was indeed the case with a lot of people, but he also said, as I always have with these movies, they're primarily made for young people, 8 upwards. And I'm sure, maybe not initially, but I'm sure in time, they'll really appreciate it. And that's proved to be the case. That people who were much younger, or perhaps not even there, when the original films came out, preferred the prequels. When we met again, just before the prequels happened, I saw that he had something progressive in mind. But of course he didn't tell me very much. And it was really only when I got the call sheet, when I saw my name opposite not only the senator, which we'd obviously talked about, but a character called, I don't even know if they gave him a name, but this dark person. And my name was there, and I thought, oh, it can't really be a typist error, you know, they don't make these kind of mistakes. And then to turn up on the set and find out that it wasn't, and that the dark, terrible person was me as well, in fact, me as one. So I mean, you've been excited to see the movies. I've been really excited to be in them. Because the great thing about great movies is you never know what's going to happen next. And that's been the story of my Star Wars progression.
I'm going to do 2 more questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering, in episode 3, did they tell you the story of Darth Plagueis device in case Hayden said yes?
Yes, it's a great line, isn't it? I only heard of Darth Plagueis, same as everybody else, when I got the script that morning. But it's an interesting that Palpatine has a backstory. We all have backstories, of course. Maybe one day they'll get round to telling it with a younger Palpatine. It would be very interesting to see what happens. And it's interesting to me, you know, that the Emperor's such a popular character, you know, because he's horrible. He's the epitome of villainy. He's the worst creature that ever existed. But you all seem to like him. Which makes me ask the question, what's wrong with you?
And then right here.
The last one? Yeah, hello.
Hi. Before I ask the question, I just want to say me and my dad are huge fans of you.
That's good to know, thank you.
And we're both happy to see you. My question is, if any of the Star Wars locations were real, where would you go on vacation?
Where would I go on vacation?
As Ian Mcdiarmid.
That's me. Yeah. I probably would stay at home with a book. you never tell what's going to happen out there in the universe, you know. And I'm a more cautious creature than the Emperor. But also I'm not obsessed with power. Well, not today, anyway.
Boom, 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 boom. You don't see me, but you hear me because I'm running towards the stage.
It's very impressive. How do you do that? Oh, there you are. Magic. The real thing.
I'm sure, because I saw how many hands were still up there, they have like hundreds of other questions.
Yeah.
Can they find you today if they want to ask them to you?
Yeah, well, find me at the cost of it. Find me at the autograph stall or at photographs. And you might see me on the way there, but my guards tend not to let people stop me on the way there. But if you see me around, yeah, and it's a quick question, I'll probably answer it. Yeah.
Yes. If you see like a bubble of darkness moving around on the floor, like this aura, pushing away the light.
This guy gives you a really good build-up. Have you noticed that?
One more?
Okay, there's always one more.
There's always one more.
Let's have the final one more.
All right, before it's especially the children. If they don't get their way, they just break down everything. You never know.
I'm very pleased to answer.
Can I get a photo with you?
Yes, you may, since it's you. Gonna come up now, this young gentleman wants a photo. You can't all have one.
Oh, he's
You're touching me, that's very great. I'm gonna touch you and be great.
He's taking pictures. Oh, you want me to do it? There goes. I never finished my movie studies. But I can do a picture. Here we go. Thank you very much. Oh, we are done. Here we are done, but these people will show up at the table, at the booth, at the stall. I never know what word to use.
Neither do I. I make everything up as I go along. Very great to see you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the audience.
I can promise you. That always happens when I have an Ewok burger for lunch.
Excellent. Ian Mcdiarmid! Once again, your love, Ian Mcdiarmid! And of course, the troops of the Empire, Darth Vader, the bureaucrats, the